I've been taking 5 grams of creatine every day for 30 days and the results is really shocking. Let me take a quick note here. I've been taking creatine before, but back then I was working really hard at the gym and I have another activities and another sports and never been at that situation where my workouts are mostly at home, mostly with resistant bands and kettlebells, and mostly with bodyweight exercises. At the moment I have ACL injury, I have lower back injury, and I don't feel healthy enough to hit the gym and train like before, train heavy, train consistently, and that's why I'm so surprised of the effects that creatine have right now when my workouts and my eating and my diet is not on the regular basis. First of all, let's talk about what actually creatine is. Creatine is a naturally occurring compound formed from 3 amino acids, the fundamental units of protein. The majority of it is stored in your muscles, while small amount is found in your brain. Your body also produces creatine on its own, primarily from the liver, kidneys, and the pancreas. In terms of intake, creatine is commonly obtained from foods like red meat and seafoods. A typical diet normally provides 1 to 3 grams per day, while the body replenishes approximately 1 to 3 grams to maintain normal levels. Most supplements use creatine monohydrate, which is the most widely studied and effective form. Inside the muscles, creatine is largely stored as phosphocreatine. This form plays a key role in rapidly generating energy, especially during short, high-intensity workouts such as lifting or sprinting. Now, I want to mention some myths about creatine because creatine is one of the most studied supplements, and yet there is always some misunderstanding about it. One of the most common myths is that creatine damages your kidneys. In reality, studies consistently show that creatine intake is safe for healthy individuals when taken in standard dosages around 3 to 5 grams per day. The confusion often comes from high levels of creatine in your blood tests, which is often mistaken for kidney damage, even though they are simply byproduct of a creatine metabolism. Another widespread belief is that creatine is a steroid, and that is not true. Creatine is a naturally occurring compound involved in energy production and has no effect on hormones. It works by helping your body and muscles to produce more energy during your activities. Many people also believe that creatine causes only water retention and doesn't contribute to real muscle growth. But while creatine does increase the water in your muscle cells, it also improves strength and performance. And over time, this leads to muscle growth and not just temporary weight gain. And to close that point, there's the idea that you need to follow loading phase to see results. And yes, loading phase really can saturate your muscle faster, but it's not necessary. Taking 3 to 5 grams of creatine daily will achieve the same effect over time, making it a simple and equally effective approach. I want to give you some tips how to maximize your creatine intake, but before that, let's talk about what I've experienced with creatine in 30 days. In first place, I want to mention the recovery. When you don't train every day or maybe 5 days a week, the recovery is slower. You have soreness, and basically one workout can put you 3 to 4 days to recover that sore muscle. This means I feel less tired between sets and I feel less tired after my workout. Over time, this will help train more consistently and train with better quality. Next one that I want to talk about is more obvious, and it's increased power and strength. When you're away from the gym and away from training like you used to, your strength decreases in a blink of an eye. I've noticed that after I start taking creatine, my performance is so much better and the intensity of the training is up by far. It's because creatine helps muscles produce energy faster, and this allows you to lift heavier and generate more force during the exercises. Which leads me to the next one, and it's muscle growth and increase lean mass. The one thing that I've noticed is my muscles are bigger and stronger maybe after the 2 weeks mark. I'm not training heavy, I don't lift heavy, I do almost every home exercise that you can imagine, and my strength and training volume are improved, and obviously muscles receives a stronger growth stimulus. Creatine also helps muscles retain more water, making them look fuller, and obviously with consistent training this contributes to real lean muscle gains. I've also noticed that I feel less fatigue during the day, but I think this is overall conditioning from better workouts, better performance and faster recovery. But all that is related to creatine intake. So shoot out to creatine monohydrate, I guess. Now I want to give you some tips for better effectiveness and how to take most advantage of creatine. First and most important is to be consistent. You can take 5 grams per day or you can make a loading phase, but you need to be consistent. Creatine works by saturating your muscles over time, not from single doses. If you miss a day, that slows effectiveness and the saturation of the muscles. Also, you need to take it with meals, especially with protein and carbs. Taking it with food improves uptake into muscles due to higher insulin response. This can make saturation even more effective and it's comfortable for your digestion. And of course, you need to stay well hydrated because creatine increases water retention in your muscle cells, so your body needs adequate liquids. A good hydration supports creatine, which leads to better performance, better pumps, and overall effectiveness. Stay strong, take your creatine, and I'll see you in the next one.